This is the second vlog, the second video in the series where I'm exploring building Opay SDK in the Rust programming language. So if this is the first video you're seeing from this channel, um, the channel is dedicated to building production grade application. I figure there's been a lot of getting started tutorials and blog posts out there, and we might need to do to go a bit further, especially for people coming from other backgrounds. So here in trying to build an SDK for a payment platform. This is Opay, operational in Nigeria. So at least the best I know, and what I've done between the previous video and this one is that I went through the Opay developers documentation. Here we have transfer, inquiry, and checkout. Basically, what this tab is responsible for is the checkout, either from web or for mobile. And I've tried to model that into a library. So far, I've only added one crate, and that's CD for serializing and deserializing the object, as you may know, the request. All right, so let's go over this very quickly. And now the Opay client, it's the package that we get to install itself in the, so we can do say, so we can do did I call it Opay client here in? I think I just call it Opay, yeah. So let's leave it as Opay. I'll just call it Opay client and update this accordingly. Okay, so Opay client is the library you get to import into so we import this, so you can do Opay I think I have public key. All right, so we can do so basically we get to import these packages. So this is how it's going to feel using it, and we can do or this can also be so it means the same thing. The default environment is the development environment. Then we can do okay, so I have a plugin that lets me generate random key, and I can do the same thing for say client ID. Oh, sorry, it should be merchant ID. let's just generate a couple of random keys here, and then of course this will need to be this will be obtained from the dashboard that you get to create here. Create an account, right? Then with this in place, I can go ahead to so I get to pass in I think the environment goes first, then let me check that. I have the environment, the public key, and the merchant ID. The environment, the public key, and then the merchant ID. All right. So basically, all I've done is it's let you to do this. Let me bring this here so it will be easier to preview. Where do we have it? Okay, so right here, this is what we get, and then so you get to do all of this. Of course, this is not well formatted. I need to, so let me just edit that out, and that should probably be here. So you can now do, use the Opay client to call on this endpoint to accept your payment, to transfer, to make inquiry, and the rest of those, right? So suppose we have transfer now. For transfer, we have get countries, get the bank list, and all of this, right? So what I've done is I have trade here. So for transfer, I can do this should be transfer request, yes. So this is for transfer, so I can do get countries, so this will return an array of countries with vector. Right, or it could be a result. Should there be any problem? Because it's going to be a network request and it might be successful or not, so it's best a result type, and this could be okay. So these types have not been defined, so what I can do is I can define them here in, so I can define them here in, I can say so whatever will go in there. Then I can also do could be error, could be an enum, I wouldn't know. So let's just leave it as and then for now Opay client error. So I need to implement this. Then what I want to do is I can do So that would make a lot more sense. I can also import this. I'm not sure. I think there's a problem here. Okay. Alright, so there you have it. Then I can do get the bank list. So it goes on like that, and this is going to be a result type too, and I can do bank list or Opay client error, and then I can go on. So I do the same thing for the transfer, then for the inquiry, and then for the checkout. Then the API gateway I have. For the API gateway, it's somewhere around here. Okay, so you have the sandbox, the one we can use in the development environment, and the one we get to use for production. So this is what I have here. This is what I have for sandbox, and this is what I have for production. So the environment would help us decide which of these URL we are going to make request to, and from this, and once I get to implement the transfer request, so all of this function. Okay, let me fix this. I don't know what the bank would be, but let me do then let's do okay. All right. So yeah, this is why I'm using trait implementation, because it makes it easy for me to be able to track what I have and what I don't. So if I fix this, it gets to fix the missing part. So I just need to flesh out the API logic right here, and then the same thing for all of these. So in my implementation, I can do so I can do Opay client and this will give me the client list, right? So let's say so this is going to give me a result type. So and then I can do that for the rest of the request checkout and the inquire. I should probably just call this inquiry. I think that makes more sense. So um inquiry request, they would mean the same thing. I would just find a better name for this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What I've done and what I hope to achieve. So going on, I need to go over the API documentation again and maybe extract this base URL as constant or something. Then I can have the method implementation, just call it. Now the next thing I want to do is decide what library I would use to make the request. I know that Rust has that's not what I want to do. I know that Rust has request. Then there are a couple of I think there's HTTP. Okay, there's a type. Oh, will be instrumental in making a test, in writing test for the library at least best I can think of. So I think we have hyper too. Hyper is so we can use this. So I don't know. I get to decide which of the library I'm going to use to build the implementation, and then where I'm choosing it. And that's pretty much it for this one. Be sure to look out for the next one and be sure to subscribe. I'll see you on the next.